you're good to go with an opening statement.
Yeah, just happy that we got the win. Proud of these guys for how we responded to a tough game on Monday. Obviously, goes without saying that we still have a lot of room for improvement on the defensive end, but it's a unique team that we played against, and we won't see many teams that play quite like they do. But proud of these guys for finding out a way to get this win, because coming off Monday, we were really disappointed. So got to get better, continue to improve, and happy we got our first win of the year.
We'll open up for student athlete questions.
Morgan, you set the tone tonight with 34. I really want to go back to the end of the first half. You guys are tied, and then you break that tie right before the buzzer goes off. What's it like to be the type of guy that can really be a spark plug for your guys' offense?
It's just a belief in myself. I haven't played basketball in 2 years, so my teammates built me up with confidence. Sion knew to get me the ball. He made a great play, and I put a lot of work in over the past 2 years, just waiting for my time. And when my number was called, I made the shot.
You're expecting, to carry the load on offense, lead your guys. Obviously, you get great help from Morgan and Sion sometimes, other players. But what goes into your offensive mindset into a game like this?
Just playing basketball, whatever the team needs me to do, just making the right reads. That's really it, and that's it.
Coach Senderoff, you guys...
Get these guys out of here if you have anything else for them, and then I'll answer anything you need afterwards. I just don't want them to wait too long.
Delrecco, you had a great game with 10 rebounds, just being physical on the glass. Talk about just your physicality that you bring to the game and just your overall presence that you bring to this Kent State Flash team.
Just playing with a motor. Going out and playing hard every game. I know my teammates need me to rebound, so I just try to come out and play with a motor every game. That's it.
And then, Morgan, I think I heard you when you were talking with Delrecco. You said you never shot, was it 17 shots before in a game? It's got to feel great, a huge confidence booster for you. I don't know if this is a question, but I'm really excited to see more shooting opportunities from you. And is that something you look forward to doing, further in the year? Like, is this a big confidence booster for you that you know you can shoot those shots?
I'm just excited to play basketball. I sat out when I first got here. I was hurt last year, and I just put a lot of work in, a lot of time, a lot of dedication and perseverance to get through the tough times. And it's just exciting to play basketball, go out there, compete, and win. Whatever I got to do to help my team win, whether it's knock down shots, dive on the floor, have 4 steals, I'm just going to do. I'm just super excited to play basketball.
Morgan, you mentioned the work that you've put in, and while the answer to this question is probably quite obvious, does this night feel like a true payoff of everything that you've been putting in over the past however long it has been?
Absolutely. I think it was like midway through the second half, I almost got emotional. The shots falling, my teammates cheering me on. It's like I've been through a lot the past 2 years. I sat, I waited, I'm an old guy, and just when my number was called, it just feels good to see the work kind of pay off. But, there's more work to do. We got a long season. We haven't hit the long stretch of it, the hard part. We got to go to win the conference championship, and the work's not done. So we're going to continue to put work in, get better, and that's what we got to do.
All right, guys, you're good to go.
All right, good job.
Thanks, guys.
What do we got?
Coach Senderoff, my question just for you was, you guys play with so much energy. You guys play on both ends of the floor with so much. Just talk about what Magnus Enterman meant for you getting on the ground tonight, battling on the glass, just overall his impact.
Yeah, Mag played very, very hard tonight and did the things that we as a team need him to do to help us win. So, he had 4 offensive rebounds in 22 minutes, 2 steals, played significantly harder and more competitive than I thought he did on Monday. So that was good to see because, he's one of these guys that's been here for a couple of years. So at this point, just like they have guys that sort of waited their turn, guys graduated, now they get an opportunity. Well, Mag now has an opportunity. He's got to seize it. And I thought tonight he did. He played the way we need him to play and the way he needs to play for our team to be successful and for him to stay on the court and help us by doing the things you mentioned.
Coach, a bit of a lineup shake-up for you guys today. You slide in Omer Hamama. What goes into his decision like that, and can we expect more from Omer in the starting lineup?
Yeah, Sion's the starting point guard, but for a couple reasons we made a change for tonight. And Omer played great, and Omer showed, certainly offensively, tonight he had 10 assists and no turnovers in less than 20 minutes. So, like, he played like a point guard, and Sion needs to continue to do that too. He needs to get guys involved and find ways to get guys shots. But it was good to see him. He was 3 for 4 tonight from 3. Got to the foul line. Sion did, and it was good to see him play well. And defensively, I mean, nobody really played well defensively, but Sion's one of the guys that I know from a full year of being with him. Like, we can put him on somebody, and he can do a great job defensively on that guy. Sion actually had on Monday night he had 4 steals and had almost half our team's deflections. But there's a lot of work for us on the defensive end, and there's a lot of work for us in terms of learning how to finish games as well. But proud of these guys for getting the win. And, happy for Omer, too, because he came in and really, really contributed. I mean, to have 10 assists in 19 minutes is really impressive.
Coach, you mentioned some of the defensive problems you're thinking your team is having. What are the adjustments you're planning on making, and how do you go about that?
Yeah, tonight's game is this after Monday. We played Monday against Troy, and we were really poor protecting the paint. We did a really poor job in that. So the emphasis was to protect the paint. Now, this, under different circumstances, I'm probably giving you maybe too in-depth an answer, but under different circumstances, this game we would have been, the emphasis would have been making sure we take away threes. But I wasn't worried about necessarily if we win. I mean, I want to win every game, and I wanted to win this game. But I really wanted to make sure that we were crowding the paint and sticking to what our principles are so that we can improve in those areas. And this is a bad matchup for that because of the way that they play stylistically. And there's maybe a couple teams that we play throughout the year that are similar, but this is as unique an offensive team as there is in the country. And, maybe my stubbornness on how we need to, I know how, not stubbornness in a negative, stubbornness in like, I know what we need to do to win in our conference and how we need to defend. So we were going to defend that way regardless. And because of that, they shot 43s and made 19. And that's an unbelievable performance for them. And we shot 38 and made 18. So, like, that's an unbelievable performance for us, too. And, we have to improve on the defensive end to have success in our conference. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And for us to have success as a group. So we'll get back to working on that. The team we play Monday is a more traditional team, although they have unbelievable they have a really good coach and an unbelievable they have great talent along with a really, really good coach, or maybe a great coach and great talent. So it's going to be a different challenge, but it will be more like a MAC team that we're playing stylistically than Cornell. So, we'll have 2 days to prepare, and hopefully, we'll continue to improve, because that's going to be a heck of a challenge for these guys.
Bouncing off of that question, was there a certain emphasis you had to the team at halftime for the
Just making sure we were getting deflections and making sure we were pressuring the basketball to create discomfort for their team, and we did that, except for like maybe the last 4 or 5 minutes when we built up a pretty nice lead in the second half. Yeah, up 18, right? But they just keep coming at you, and that's a lesson these guys have to learn. Like, these teams are going to keep coming at you, and you've got to do it for 40 minutes. But we came out at halftime, and we did a much better job on a couple points of emphasis defensively that allowed us to get some turnovers and get some misses, and then we were able to score on top of the basket. So a lot of positive from that, and then the areas to learn from when they got back in the game. Great. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here.
Coach. Have a great night, great weekend.